Don't mind the mess. I'm getting ready for bricks in the 6. The deadline approaches. I still have another week and a half. But this is a sad discovery. So as I said, I'm in the mood to downsize, and a very good and dear friend of mine that I just quote unquote made recently. He's part of Toro Lug, and he did something for me. He made me some engraved bricks, and I said, "How much do I owe you?" And he says, "A couple RCXs," because I happen to have a few. And I said, "That's not a problem." So I went into my bin, and you can watch a couple of my old videos. I don't know where they are, but I have, I don't know, quote unquote, at least 30 RCXs that I just kind of gathered over the years and acquired from friends and blah blah blah, and yard sales and marketplaces. Anytime I saw an RCX for like under $40, I would grab it. And I've been using mine, not necessarily my original, might be, but I don't think so. And this guy I've been using for layouts forever, and it still turns on. It's got the fun firmware on it. So I went into and I just grabbed a few RCXs with the idea that I just test them, plug them in, turn them on, beep, 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 beep. That's a beautiful sound. Beep, and run, if you see them run without the firmware updated, and tested the motor outputs. There was some time in the past when I tested all my RCXs and they were working, at least the 1.0 with the power supply on it, the power adapter on it. But this guy, now, nothing, nada, nothing. Now I could take him apart to see if just the on-off button is not working. So I went back to my bin. I just grabbed the next one, brought it out here. Nothing. I have 2 dead RCXs. And I'm not happy about that. I actually have 2 dead RCXs. Now one, I must have acquired without actually looking at it. You can see why it's dead. You know, so anyway, I don't know where I got that one, but this one's definitely dead. This one, I don't know why it's dead. I really don't. No, the battery leaking wasn't me. This is an acquisition from a bunch of RCXs I got from somewhere else. This one, plug in. The power button turns it on, and it's very hard. So the button itself, I think I just need to take some rubbing alcohol to the contacts so it works. And that's what I'm going to try with this one. But I'm not going to do it tonight. So I got 4 working RCXs with the power port. I'm going to take 2 to my buddy. I think that's more than fair. And I'm going to throw in, at no extra cost, this guy. and I can't test this guy because I don't have 6 AA batteries around here, and he doesn't have a power port. I got a whole bunch of 1.0s. The contacts look relatively clean, so my best guess is it is working. It's a guess. Actually, I can't say that because this thing, look at this thing's sitting proud. That's not supposed to happen, so maybe that one came apart. I'm gonna grab another 1.0. Oh look, this is a 2.0. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. All I have left of the non-power ports are 2.0s. So I'll give them a 2.0. What do I care? So I'll bring these 3, 2 bricks in a 6, 2 with power port, 1 without power port. This one came out of a school. I got this at a lot. An old acquaintance of mine who will remain nameless. And I got a nice lot years ago. And we split it. And I think that's where those came from. All the motors had stickers on them. Some of the motors were dead, but it didn't matter. We had enough between the 2 of us. to split that amicably. So anyway, so those 3 RCXs are coming. I'm trying to remember. This is coming. This guy here is coming. This is Lego. This is from my friend Dave for his Ice Planet. I have a few other odds and sods that I have to start gathering together for the show. Excuse me, for the show that I promised some people. And oh wait, yeah, that reminds me. Let's see if I can find it easy. 2 of these arrows. my blue arrows are, you know, I got all my Starfleet, the Cosmic Fleet Voyagers made. So I have to remember to bring 2 of those arrows. I also, somebody, and I can't remember who, somebody was asking me if I had any of these left over. And these are the 6 I have left over. I don't have any more, so I'm ringing these. I think somebody wants a set of that. I haven't made any since for a long time, and so I'm gonna bring that. And I guess I got a few other things out in the garage that I need to bring for whatever. And I'm hoping, I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping there's a garage sale, because I might bring a tote of quote-unquote old sets, possibly not classic space sets, because I'm going to keep those for a bit, but castle and or other sets that I can bring and put in a garage sale and see what happens. I found this kind of floor. I hope that's not a portent of things to come. I don't want him hopping around the tabletop. But I am looking forward to this. I miss, and I'm going to say this, I miss Brick Fete so much, because Brick Fete was so awesome, done by fans, for fans, by fans. And my friends were running it, and I had such a good time with the Brick Fetes I attended. I think I missed 2 or 3. But I had so much fun with them, and this is going to be a new experience, although I'm going to have most of my friends there, so that's going to be fine. But I do have to make sure I get all my ducks in a row, to make sure I have everything that I promised people, or I talked about with people. And I should actually just create a bin and just start dropping things in there as I remember, because I do have the flakiest memory on the planet. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I'm going to start texting people to see what I promised, because I forget. Because that's what I do. And we'll go from there. So anyway, I don't want to make this video a long video. I'm just going to be working on this guy, rewiring him to have the contacts both in the front and in the back, which means I have to take them all apart, and that's not a fun time, because all the wiring is hidden at the bottom of this thing, because you can see there's a life lights kit there, and there's 8 lights on this one, and there's 8 lights on this one, and so putting it all back together afterwards, it's not gonna be much fun, but I do want to do it, because I don't want the monorail to stop. And as I said live from the video from yesterday, having pickups in the front and the back seemed to get rid of most of my problems with the monorail stopping. So I'm going to be working on that. And then I still have a few other things that I have to fix and or change in the layout, so I can this is not nice, so I can have a better show. So I'm going to be working on that. And also I got a few business trips between now and then, so I worked those into the mix. It was kind of sad that I booked business trips the couple days before Bricks in the 6, but it is what it is. Work has to happen. So I'm gonna be busy over the next couple days, and I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be able to make, but I made this one. So that's one more than I had before. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Everybody take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon. Well, in the process of rebuilding this, good times. So it I'll just see if I can show you this without breaking it. So there's the wire sticking out back there. There's the wire sticking out there. Hopefully they're in the right order. I haven't tested it yet. I still have to come up with a way of testing it because I don't have any monorail set up. Although I should be able to do that pretty quickly. But during the rebuild, you can see there's a guy here and there's a guy there. I mentioned the other night when I was talking about minifigs, about my first minifig that I ever got. And it's kind of a shame. But a little bit of history here. So here he is, pretty beat up, sticker torso. No inserts in the middle like these guys have. No reinforcements in the middle. This guy came out in 1978. I don't know where the rest of them is. I think probably rolled in the collection. It doesn't even have the little black dot to keep the head on. So it is what it is, and he goes there. My stupid phone wanted to install something, so it interrupted my video. Not that I have much more to say. So this guy goes here in the monorail car. Completely forgot about that. So anyway, that's it. That's all. I thought I'd keep you guys posted. A nice, very quick video. I hope everybody's doing well. Take care of yourselves. So I found a very, very quick way of testing it. Let me just see. Let me see if I can plug that light. Where's that light? There it is. Here we go. So lift this end up. Lights are still on. Lift this end up. Lights are still on. I'm happy. That's done, thankfully. I will bring my soldering iron to the show. I should replace those with non-blinky lights because they won't blink going around the layout. I don't know why they don't want to blink going around the layout. It's like they reset when the train's in motion. But anyway, so the wires on this side go all the way through here to this guide. I put a 2x8 electrical plate in the bottom. And so the contacts from here go into the first part electrical plate. This one comes all the way over, it goes in the second spot. And the wire that goes back to the motor goes in the third spot. And then I put the 9-volt to 3-volt connector adapter from Rob Hendricks Life Lights. And you can sort of see it right there. And so that converts the 9-volt output for the motor into 3 volts, which goes to one basic kit up here. And there's a wire, that little gray wire there, that goes to a basic kit over here. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lights inside. One inside. Is it on? Yep. And then the basic kit over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 behind the guy, the driver. And instead of using an advanced kit, I just put flashy lights in there. So someday I might just replace those with regular lights because they don't flash when it's going on the layout, as we saw last night. So I'm happy. That guy is done. Now I just have to rebuild this guy to have power pickups on the second car. And because he still has power pickups in the first car. This guy doesn't give me too many problems. I don't know how much work I'm going to put into that to get the second set of pickups going. We'll see between now and then. It's low on the priority list. So that's it. That's my evening. I got to play with this and found out that rewiring this guy is a lot of effort because, and I won't tell anybody this, but the Z Mighty Dremel. Yes, Z Mighty Dremel, because to get the lights from the Life Lights kit to the front here, I drilled through all of these 2x2 inverted slopes so they wouldn't go down the center where the guy's sitting. So starting about here, all these 2x2s have a hole drilled that way. And then for this 2x2 and these 2x2s, I have the wire coming up into here. So that was a lot of modifications. And this guy, this light, has to come through this modified brick. So I drilled a hole through the top of that. Again, I try to keep the modifications down to a minimum, but in the end, looks over substance in this case. So I do not mind drilling holes in Lego bricks in order to run lights. Now, if I got nano lights or whatever else they're coming out with now, I wouldn't have had to drill. I could just run it between the bricks and the plates. This was made a long time ago, and it's one of the first things I ever lit up. And back then, the only life lights kits were the basics and the advanced that Rob's company, I think, sells nanos now, so you don't have to do drilling like I did here. But in the end, I try to not drill unless it's absolutely like there's no other way of getting the light to, say, here and to here, and that. Now he has, well, now what I used for the other guy, and I can't reach him right now. Is that reach him? Let's see if I can get this guy in here. Just go over here and make sure he's off. This guy, I cheated. I absolutely cheated the way I built it. I don't know if you can see it, but I used his little ribbon lights. And so the ribbon lights just come through, and it's right behind there. You can see the end tab right there. So it's not drilled. It's not, there's no modified bricks in here at all, which is utterly fantastic. Not one modified brick or plate, nothing drilled. Well, except for the actual monorail motor. That's how it broke last time. So besides the monorail motor, but it was dead, so it didn't matter. It was actually dead. So it's fine. And so that little surface mount LED is behind the trans-blue cheese slope. It's not underneath. It's behind it. It's wedged between here and the white, which is fine. I like it. I didn't have to do much more work than that. So the other thing is I couldn't light up the interior because there's only 2 connectors coming off of the 9-volt to 3-volt connector, and one goes to the light on this side, and one goes to the light on that side. So that is what it is. But then I put the regular Lego 9-volt light on the back to make it flash. Yeah, whatever. whatever works, whatever I think looks cute. And this is part of my hobby. It doesn't have to be part of yours. It really doesn't. Oh, look at the lights go. But I do not mind modifying bricks in order to perform a function that I think is a necessity. And the lighting up is a necessity for me for the space layout, because it's a space layout. That's the whole thing. And as I said previously, I am really looking forward to bricks in the 6 to have this displayed. I've done lights out before previously, but not nearly to this extent. But there's still a whole bunch more to go, because I do not have many lit up spaceships. I have a 918 that lights up, and I think I have a 928 that lights up. And that is going to be my next focus, but I will not have any of that done before the show. So the spaceships lighting up is the next step in the evolution of the layout. And then to be able to run wires to wherever the ship is, that's going to be a big thing as well, because obviously I'm not going to waste batteries. and I don't want to walk around the entire layout turning off those little 3-volt battery boxes. So that's going to be my next thing. This guy's going to be in the show. I'm going to take the other one out of the show for the upcoming Bricks in the 6. I will be there just in case this guy dies, but this is what's going to be there, and that guy's going to be there. Excuse me, that guy's going to be there. It's after 11:30. I've done enough work today. I am happy with what I see here. 2 vehicles, two monorail trains are going to be lit up going around the layout. The third one, this guy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a time or the wherewithal to get him lit up between now and then. And there's not a lot of room, actually, when it really comes down to it, because here's the where's the rest of the other pieces? This guy, this is the back that used to hold the battery box, right? And so he's like that. I have to find the wheel set for this thing somewhere around here. What did I do with it? Anyway, it's dark. Oh, there it is. So this guy goes on the bottom here. That goes on the. I keep on stumbling over my words. Sorry about that, because I'm tired. if you go in the Wayback Machine, again, I'm not going to go find it, but 2007, 2008 videos of the layout. This guy was basically elongated using the regular monorail base. And so this was in the front, and then there was one in the back that had the battery. And I liked it a lot with the wing plates on the side, that I shrunk it down. Because that was one of my, not my first, this is definitely not my first attempt at making a monorail without using these base plates, these monorail bases. But it was my favorite at the time, and so I keep it. I honestly keep it because it is a lot of fun. Again, I'm holding on to the phone, so I can't put the thing back together. Well, maybe I can. So this is a half Technic pin, and this is perfect. So you get the let's see, sometimes, of course it's dark. There you go. It's in there. And so there you go. So now let's put it back in here. Blah, blah, blah. And this is hard to do looking at the lens. I'm just going to look at the actual unit. There we go. It's back on there. And so it begins. I always thought that looked cool. I'm going to take this guy off because it's not doing anything now. So my next step is to get a secondary pickup through that guy. The holes are already there. But I might not do it. It depends on what time I have between now and the show. But I like him. I really, oh wait, I forgot the other important part. Stretch. It goes here like that. Take it apart again. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, so I try to hide the motor as much as possible, like I did here, and like I did there. So, and the other people mover on the layout, you don't see the motor. So I do try to hide the monorail motor as much as possible. I could use the red cowling that came with the airport monorail. I have 2 or 3 of those red cowlings. I said, yeah, but then I have to hide the red because again, there's no red in the layout. So it's a space layout, it's blue. So anywho, I gotta wrap this up. You guys all stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you soon.